Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to Wrestling with Mo Catch March edition. Now, today is March 7th and TNA Lockdown is coming out very soon, March 9th. Be sure to catch it on pay-per-view. And with the Lockdown pay-per-views, TNA has come a long way. The first being 2005, the largest crowd being 7,500 people in Lockdown 2013. And this year, they're going back to their original format of all steel cage pay-per-view, which is the reason why Lockdown is an innovative event. Now, here are some interesting facts about Lockdown. At most times, championships were retained in Lockdown rather than lost. Of course, I'm talking about the World Championships. And the most appearances have been done by Bobby Roode and James Storm, who appeared in every Lockdown since the first one. Yes, Bobby Roode's first match in Lockdown was against Dustin Rhodes in the steel cage match. And James Storm's first match, I think he was part of the America's Most Wanted versus somebody else. I don't really remember that one. But they both appeared at the 2005 event, and since then they've been in every single event. Now, the most times anyone main evented Lethal Lockdown is a tie between Sting, Abyss, and James Storm. Each have main evented Lethal Lockdown 4 times. Now, other interesting facts about Lethal Lockdown is that it's only been done in the same locations twice. That means it's been done 2 times in the TNA Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, a great town. It gave us Brian Kendrick. And it's also been done 2 times in the Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri, which is also a great wrestling town that gave us Randy Orton Jr., today's Randy Orton. Anyway, and moving on. The Lockdown Originals, people who are going to appear this year and appeared at the 2005 event, are as follows. Christopher Daniels, he was there in the first event in a match against Alex Skipper, defending his TNA X Division Championship. Chris Sabin, I think he was in an escape match or a 4-way elimination, I'm not really sure. And Bobby Roode and James Storm, pointing out the obvious. Told you, they've been in every event since 2005, and now on the 10th anniversary of Lockdown, they're going to be there too, so most appearances. Now, let's break down to the matches. Match number 1, Samuel Shaw versus Mr. Anderson. Now, Mr. Anderson debuted in Lethal Lockdown in the 2010 event, taking on Kurt Angle in a steel cage match, while Samuel Shaw is making his Lockdown debut. First time ever in a Lockdown pay-per-view. Now, in this match, it's been well documented. I'm a huge Mr. Anderson fan. He's number 3 in my top wrestlers of all time. But I think they're going to give this to Samuel Shaw because, first off, Samuel Shaw is a new gimmick. Second off, he's not a new failed gimmick, he's a new looking to expand gimmick. And third, as we've learned with the Wolves, TNA just doesn't kill new gimmicks. So I think that Samuel Shaw is going to win this match. So, sorry Anderson, I'll be rooting for Shaw because most times I root on who I think wins, but sometimes I root on who I want to win. And it's Shaw's debut. Even Anderson's debut, I was cheering for Anderson to beat Angle, but he didn't, much to my dismay. But I hope this doesn't happen with Samuel Shaw and he does beat Mr. Anderson in that steel cage match. Also, another match is Tigra Uno versus Monic. Now, this match is like a last-minute announcement. Because Tigra Uno, if you watch Mexican wrestling, he's Extreme Tiger. He's a really accomplished wrestler in Mexico. So, and Monic, he's TJ Perkins, Puma. He's actually been in a Lockdown event, I think in the 2006 event or 2007. He appeared as Puma in a great match, yeah. But this match, I'm giving it to Tigra Uno because Tigra Uno, he's Extreme Tiger. I mean, Extreme Tiger is a really accomplished wrestler. I'm a huge fan of him, so I'm giving this match to Extreme Tiger. Now, moving on. There's another match where the Great Muta, Sanada, and this new guy, I don't really know, I didn't have a Wikipedia page, I couldn't check him out, so his name starts with an N. You could go on TNA Lockdown.com to see who he is, against Bad Influence and Chris Sabin. Number one, I cannot believe they didn't put Bad Influence in Team Dixie and put the Bromance in Team Dixie. That is what? I mean, I thought since Bobby Roode isn't going to pick Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, he's probably going to pick, I don't know, some like two accomplished single wrestlers. Or, I don't know, bring back 3E or something of those proportions. Bromance, I mean, not that they're not a good tag team, but Bromance are just not as good as Bad Influence. Bad Influence is a great tag team. But anyway, Bad Influence and Chris Sabin taking on Tigra Uno and Great Muta and the guy whose name starts with an N. I'll include his name in the description if it makes you feel any better. I am going with the Wrestle 1 invaders. I'm going with Great Muta and Tigra Uno. Sorry. Okay. So it's going to be Bad Influence and Chris Sabin versus Sanada and the Great Muta and the guy whose name starts with an N. I'm going with the Wrestle 1 invaders because, number one, I'm a huge fan of Great Muta. I mean, he created the Shining Wizard, which is a really, great move, appreciated move. And Tiger, I don't really know Sanada. I only watch Japanese wrestling. When I watch Japanese wrestling, I watch Antonio Inoki. I watch Don Fry. I watch Kenta. I don't really know the Seiya Sanada guy, but I still think just with Great Muta on their side, they're gonna beat Bad Influence and Chris Sabin. And moving on, we got Gunner versus James Storm. I'm going Gunner here, all out Gunner, because I rooted for Gunner to become world champion, and he was going to be world champion if it wasn't for James Storm. So since I was rooting for him then, I'm rooting for him now. Gunner is going to beat James Storm. Well, Gunner made his debut in 2012. If that makes you feel more accomplished or more full of yourself and anything. Gail Kim versus Madison Rayne for the TNA Women's Knockout Championship. Gail Kim debuted in 2006, managing the America's Most Wanted, while Madison Rayne debuted in 2009 in the King of the Queen match. Queen of the Cage match. God, that thing's a tongue twister. Anyway, I'm going with Gail Kim. I mean, Gail Kim, first off, she started the whole Knockouts division, okay? She was a revolutionary diva in WWE itself, and now that when she came to TNA in 2005, first of all, she was revolutionary by just managing the America's Most Wanted. Then she starts being a knockout, and then her matches with Awesome Kong are great. So you know what? This match, all out Gail Kim. Gail Kim is going to be your new champion. Next, you got the very hype match. Team MVP versus Team Dixie. Team MVP consists of the Wolves, Eddie Edwards, Davey Richards, and a mystery partner, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be Jeff Hardy, because the only guy they're advertising on their website right now is Jeff Hardy, and he's the only guy who's not on the card. So I think that Jeff Hardy is going to be the mystery partner. That's my guess. Let's see what's going to happen. And against the Bromance, Bobby Roode, and Austin Aries, who recently turned on MVP. Now, this match, I really want to see Team MVP win. I mean, not that the Dixie character is not good, but Dixie Carter is just not Vince McMahon. See, Vince McMahon could play an annoying boss, okay? But Dixie is just too annoying because she tries to be polite at the same time. Just doesn't work out. I mean, if you want to be a villain, it doesn't work out. If you want to be like the Dixie Carter who gave contracts to EV2, yeah, that's possible with being polite, but not the Dixie Carter who just acts like an a-hole but talks like a really polite person. That's just not working. Not gonna work. So this one, Team MVP defeats Team Dixie right out there. And finally, we got Magnus versus Samoa Joe. Now, before we talk about this match, I want to just tell you what's my favorite Lockdown main event ever. Sting versus Mick Foley, Lockdown 2009. I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed the fact that Foley was given one more shot at the title. Of course, one more go with the title. I mean, he already won the WWE title many times. It would be nice to see him as World Heavyweight Champion, but not that nice. Maybe if they brought him back for ECW and made him win the ECW title, which is still not that nice, but a TNA title, that's great. So I love that match. And the next, you got Samoa Joe versus Magnus. Now this will be Samoa Joe's third time main eventing, and it's Magnus's first time in the main event of Lockdown. This match, it was a really tough decision because at first I was going with Joe, then I was going with Magnus, then it was kind of a between, but now I'm pretty certain I'm going with Magnus. Because you see, they didn't build up Magnus this hard to make him lose to Samoa Joe this early in 2014. I think the Magnus thing is going to roll on, and I think he's going to lose it to a new generation guy. Okay? Right now, he doesn't have any top contenders. I mean, his other contender is Bobby Roode, which between Bobby Roode and Samoa Joe, I'd go with Samoa Joe. But I think they're going to do a Ethan Carter 3 versus Magnus thing, which if Ethan Carter 3 works up his character a little, he could do it against Magnus. That'd be a great match. But in this match, I'm rooting for Magnus. Magnus will beat Samoa Joe and stay the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So that's my time, guys. And this Saturday, there won't be a video. That's why today I'm posting 2 videos. And that's going to be my schedule, you know, video every day except Saturdays, because Saturdays is it's my holiday, man. Let me go. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to watch TNA Impact. All the info you need is at TNALockdown.com. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.